Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to Shloka Day. Today's Shloka is Shloka number 18 of chapter 16. Ahankaram balam darpam
Ahankaram balam dharpam
kamam krodham cha samshritah
kamam krodham cha samshritah
mam atma paradeheshu
mamatma paradeshu
pradvishantobhyasuyakah.
pratvishantobhyasuyakah.
Word for word reading, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ahankaram,
Ahankaram,
false ego.
false ego.
Balam,
Balam,
strength.
strength.
Darpam,
Dharpam,
pride.
pride.
Kamam,
Kamam,
lust.
lust.
Krodham,
Krodham,
anger.
anger.
Cha,
Cha,
also.
also.
Samshritaha,
Samshritaha,
having taken shelter of.
having taken shelter of.
Mam,
Me,
me. Atma,
Atma,
in their own. Para,
Para,
and in other.
and in other.
Deheshu,
Deheshu,
bodies.
bodies.
Pradvishantaha,
Pradvishantaha,
blaspheming.
blaspheming.
Abhyasuyakaha,
Abhyasuyakaha,
envious.
envious.
Translation: bewildered by false ego.
Bewildered by false ego.
Strength.
Strength.
Pride.
Pride.
Lust.
Lust.
And anger.
And anger.
The demons become envious.
The demons become envious
of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Who is situated in their own bodies.
Who is situated in their own bodies.
And in the bodies of others.
And in the bodies of others.
And blaspheme against the real religion.
And blaspheme against the real religion.
So here the Lord is saying, Prabhupada is saying, a demoniac person being always against God's supremacy does not like to believe in the scriptures. He is envious of both the scriptures and the existence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is caused by his so-called prestige and his accumulation of wealth and strength. He does not know that the present life is a preparation for the next life. Not knowing this, he is actually envious of his own self as well as of others. He commits violence on other bodies and on his own. He does not care for the supreme control of the personality of Godhead because he has no knowledge. Being envious of the scriptures and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he puts forward false arguments against the existence of God and denies the scriptural authority. He thinks himself independent and powerful in every action. He thinks that since no one can equal him in strength, power, or wealth, he can act in any way and no one can stop him. If he has an enemy who might check the advancement of his sensual activities, he makes plans to cut him down by his own power. So essentially, the people with such demoniac qualities are so degraded that they openly compete with the Lord. And because they're competing with the Lord, very conveniently, they will also say there is no God as well. So that is the danger of being envious of the Lord. Actually, the reason we cannot stay in the spiritual world is even if for a moment, if we are envious of the Lord, we cannot live in the spiritual world. So we have to come and take a body in the material world. So envy is one thing that does not give you entrance into the spiritual world. So His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu explains this particular shloka and the significance behind it. Mam Atma Paradeheshu. So from here, Krishna brings Mam in this chapter. Mam means me. Till now, Mam has not come in the 17 verses prior. So it comes in the 18th, 19th, and 20th shloka prominently. So in these three shlokas, including 19 and 20, the Lord is going to refer to himself. Krishna has talked about the qualities of divine and demoniac, but he has not talked about their relationship with him. When we look at the divine qualities, he has not talked about bhakti as a divine quality, because the qualities which are talked about here are material qualities, which means even the good qualities are material qualities, the bad qualities are also material qualities in this particular chapter. Srila Prabhupada called them transcendental qualities in verses 1 to 3, in the sense that these can help one to move towards transcendence. So essentially, that one has to develop these good qualities in order to be able to reach that spiritual platform. But divine and demoniac, they are basically features of our material world. At the spiritual nature, a soul is always devoted to Sri Krishna. So a soul cannot be demoniac. So Krishna has talked about qualities in terms of Varna and Ashram. Varna and Ashrama. He has not talked about bhakti. He has not talked about the relationship of the godly with him. Similarly, he has not talked about the relationship of the demoniac with him till now in this chapter. So in 16:18, Krishna says, Mam Atma Paradeheshu. Mam is I. Atma Paradeheshu is present in their hearts and in the hearts of others. So the Lord is saying, I myself, I am present in them and I'm also present in others, but they reject me as super soul. Pradvishanto bhyasuyakaha. Pradvishanto is they are envious. They blaspheme out of envy. So here Krishna comes to the main point that their attitude towards him is very unfortunate. It is very negative. Envy may be inside also, but blaspheming means when that envy comes out in the form of words. It becomes a verbal criticism. That is called blasphemy. But envy actually resides within you. Unreasonable, irrational, insensitive, and harsh. These words can be blasphemy. So now what is the relevance of saying Mam Atma Paradeheshu? In Shloka 5.29, Krishna said that Sukridam Sarva Bhutanam Gyatva Mam Shantam Richati. He is the well-wisher of all living beings. Also, in the previous chapter, the 15th chapter, he said how he is in the heart of all living beings. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha. So I am the well-wisher of all. So I am even the well-wisher of the demoniac people. But they are envious of me. They blaspheme me. They are envious of me, who is the well-wisher of all living beings, including them. So the Lord is always a friend. He is ready to help you. But even the demons, he is there within them. Krishna knows everything about Vedaham Samatitani, and he also knows what is best for us. This world is like a hospital, and the least we can do is to be hospitable towards doctors and not hostile towards him. So Krishna is seated within you as a doctor to help you cure yourself. But even then, we are hostile towards Krishna. To another commentary, in normal parlance, ego refers to arrogance and carries negative connotations. The Bhagavad Gita uses its Sanskrit equivalent, ahankara, in this sense, but also in another sense, in 7.04, to refer to the subtlest of all material elements, the instrument through which the soul misidentifies with the body. More precisely, Gita commentators refer to the sense of identification as false ego to contrast it with the true sense of I-ness, which comes from the soul, the source of consciousness. The same Gita section that deems the ego to be ontologically real also deems the soul to be real. It states that both the ego and the soul are Krishna's energies. The ego is one of the 8 elements that comprise his material energy, and the soul is a part of his spiritual energy. The same Gita later conveys unambiguously that the soul is eternally existent, being an eternal part of Krishna. So here the Lord is saying that when we acquire all these demoniac qualities, we become confused, we become bewildered, we become deluded. So much so we think we are the all in all. And we are ready to even reject the Supreme Lord, who's there within us, helping us every step of the way. In chapter 15, in chapter 10, in chapter 9, the Lord has said that we cannot exist without him. But the demons are ready to reject the Lord that is present in them and also present in all other Jivatmas as well.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.